Welcome back to Genshin Impact. Last time we started Hu Tao's storyline, and we finished somebody else's, don't remember whose, but we're going to continue doing Hu Tao's storyline. What we did last time was we met her in the woods, and she's asking for us to be the intermediary with the guild, the Adventurers Guild, to make business, I guess. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah. Simon, why are you telling me to go buy food? We don't have time for that.
You again. Look, I told you, we're not interested in the kind of cooperation you describe.
Oh, Otto.
Come on,
There we
there's
go.
no reason to get upset. Look, one of your members is an avid supporter of my proposition.
I have to agree. Just hear her out.
Oh, since our last negotiation, I've come up with a new proposal, which I think you'll find has far more benefits for you. First things first, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor will prioritize the Adventurers Guild requests above all others. You'll also receive 100 of our signature wooden coffins for free, together with your first order. That's not all. We also provide an on-site cadaver collection service covering almost all regions in Liyue. Now, we do charge a slight premium for a very small number of especially dangerous areas, but don't you worry about that. I promise you it's still very affordable.
I don't think you're hearing me.
Okay, all right. I get it. You want to bargain a little more, but our offer as it stands is already quite a good deal, don't you think? Just think about it. An adventurer's life is full of unexpected threats. It's only natural to take precautions. Mend the roof before it rains, as they say.
Yeah, no. I'm not so sure that saying applies in this context. Speaking of precautions, I'd rather focus on keeping my adventurers safe in the first place. It's time for you to go. I have to attend to other matters.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, what would you say to a group discount? 30% off for parties of 10?
Oh,
Director,
boy.
please, you did your best. We don't need another clash with the Millilith.
If Paimon understood all that correctly, it seems like she's trying to sell them the funeral parlor services.
He sure is. I side with Lon on this issue. This will get us nowhere.
Yeah, nothing left to do here. Let's go back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
This guy is streaming at 10.
Rejecting
I
a
sure am.
once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's their loss.
Hey, is the music too loud, by the
Some
way?
things are inevitable. It's only a matter of time.
I did just turn it down, so. Going? Oh, the funeral parlor. Right.
Seems like the old ways are the most reliable after all. Meng, are you done preparing our promotional
The
materials?
line with the game music? Okay.
My
I'll
apologies.
just stop it then.
I'm only about halfway through. Do you really think they will be effective?
Trust me, they're going to work wonders. This marketing strategy has been used by Wangsheng Funeral Parlor for generations. Clients in need come to our door and write down their commissions on blank wooden tiles. Then they squeeze those inside the parlor through the crack under the door. I fulfill the request written on each tile to make sure our clients are satisfied with the service, no matter if it's an obituary, cremation, or funeral that they seek. Although, it is a bit of a hassle with the constant back and forth. If only we could burn them by the batch.
No, Director, I'm not asking about the wooden tiles themselves, but about the special offer they advertise.
Special offer. Didn't you say the wooden tiles should be blank?
Wangsheng Funeral
generate-
Parlor should keep up with the times. Just think about it. If we don't attract new clients, we'll be left with nothing, won't we? Business development is a crucial element of every prosperous enterprise.
Rothbrith?
I've been trying various marketing strategies ever since I became the director. I put up posters just like all the other shops, but the Millilith promptly removed them. Then I organized the Wangsheng Visitors Day, but no one showed up.
Well, that doesn't come as a huge surprise.
And finally, I discovered that the traditional ways are the most reliable after all. I took inspiration from the wisdom of previous directors. So now, I go from door to door looking for people and organizations willing to cooperate. Just like during our visit to the Adventurers Guild. That's what I mean by business development. The other method I'm trying is using the wooden tiles as coupons. Just by writing things like, buy one, get one free for the holder of this tile on them.
What do they buy and what do they get?
A solid and durable second home, of course. Well, they may not need it right away, but they can be sure that when they do, it will still be as good as new. It won't start deteriorating before you finish doing so yourself. That's the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor quality guarantee.
Well, that's good to know. I don't know what to say to that.
All right, Meng. Keep adding those special offers to the wooden tiles. The future of our business depends on it.
I'm still not sure this will work.
Oh, I get it. You think that our special offer is not comprehensive enough, right? It is true. I was offering all kinds of great benefits to the Adventurers Guild because they are a new client. But in doing so, I neglected my old clients. You're right. It's unfair. Let me do some market research. Wait here, my faithful assistants.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
be back with you in a moment. It shouldn't take too long.
Paimon already told you we're not your assistants! Guess we got dragged into somebody else's business again. Let's look around while she's away.
Let's get the Wangsheng Fun. Okay. Hello, fairy lady.
You must be the director's new hires.
Hello.
Not us. We're just very curious about Wangsheng Funeral Parlor and Hu Tao.
Well, I wouldn't get too curious if I were you. Too much knowledge isn't good for ordinary folk. The director is tactful when it comes to what should and shouldn't be known.
Paimon? There's a thing called personal space, Paimon. The board. Board used for hanging Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's wooden tiles. According to Hu Tao, all the tiles should be blank. In which case, the characters on the back of the tiles must be the special offer. Yes. Who else are we talking to? Oh, inside. Oh, examine door. So, behind this door is Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. It looks far more ordinary than the director made it out to be. Okay.
We should get
Eyeing her up
going.
and down, yeah.
Let's go find Hu Tao.
Let's go find her. Oh, where could she be? I have no idea. Little kitty. Where's she? Where's Hu Tao? I don't know. I can't tell. She definitely didn't move from the spot she was at 2 seconds ago. No way. Meng, where's Hu Tao? Oh, hey. She's right here. Alright. Hi, Hu Tao.
That's settled then. Write it like this. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor bumper sale. Buy one, get
Bumper
one free.
sale?
Buy two, get three free. More for your Mora. I love it. Better than all that lifeless brochure stuff. We want people to feel warm and fuzzy.
Warm and fuzzy in a
But
funeral
Director,
parlor?
isn't lifeless the name of the game in this industry?
That's old hat. We're opening up new ground.
Yeah.
Why does Wangsheng Funeral Parlor need to open up? Yes, Director.
Poor guy's given up.
Right, we should get going. I am not letting new business escape us.
We? As in us.
Who else? Do you see anyone else around here? Oh, well, you probably wouldn't see them if there was.
Stop adding little afterthoughts like that. It creeps people out.
Just a joke. Sorry. Everything you see is everything that's present. For the moment, at least.
It's good to think before you speak.
Lighten up. The way I see it, people make death scarier than it really is. What people truly fear about departing this world is suffering and regret. To deal with the trauma, they let their imaginations run wild with notions of ghosts and evil spirits.
I'm fine with that.
Oh, baseless fantasies. What we've ended up with is a topic that people are morbidly afraid of talking about. If I don't broach the subject, then Wangsheng Funeral Parlor won't be long for this world.
Yeah, I've seen numerous ghosts actually.
Oh, more approachable and appeasable than you'd imagined?
I wouldn't say that. Let's just say at least it didn't hurt us.
You must have come across a particularly ferocious entity. How should I put this? Most spirits are incapable of harming ordinary folks. The job of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is to guard the border between life and death. One component of this is correcting notions of death and the afterlife that people may hold. Simply put, for those unable to see the border, they're best kept as far away from it as possible. So for ordinary folks, the best case scenario is ignorance of all matters concerning spirits in the afterlife, or even better, a belief that none of it exists.
Right.
Then you really don't have any excuse for spooking the heck out of people.
You make it sound so abominable. I'm just trying to get them to see the humor in it all.
That's why people think you're weird. I've yet to see the funny side.
I never thought you'd be such a bore. Never mind.
Wow.
If you stick by me, everything will become clear. All right, let's get going. Follow me.
Director, wait. What about Big G?
Fuck is Big G?
Don't forget.
Big G? Who's that? We've been in Liyue for ages and never heard that
Big
name.
G.
Oh, nothing.
He's
Just
a neighborhood
something Mom's
pimp.
been pleading with
Big
me
G.
to take care of. Should be a piece of cake.
Where are we going?
To visit an important potential client.
Big G?
I'll lead the way. Take me up.
I was gonna say Big G could be Zhang Li, but I don't know why they'd call him Big G. Also, yeah, I don't know why they would. No, never mind. Never mind. Scratch what I just said. Doesn't make any sense. Hi, Little Woo. Does Little Woo and Big G?
Sorry, who are you?
Hello, I'm Hu Tao.
How does this
director
guy
of the
not know who
Wangsheng Funeral
the director
Parlor.
of the Wangsheng Funeral
Okay,
Parlors?
so why would someone from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor be looking for me?
We're about to die.
Nothing major. How are you feeling these days?
Big J,
Any
bro.
aches or pains?
Big John.
You shouldn't ignore them, by the way. Very often they're an omen of something terminal.
Okay, Hu Tao,
When
you
they're
need
healthy,
to.
It's easy to forget the crushing fragility of life.
Oh, wow.
So, aches and pains, best to keep an eye on them.
What are you getting at? I'm in great health and enjoying life very much, thank you. Go and find some other poor soul. Goodbye.
Wow, he just turned his back on us? That's
What's wrong
crazy.
with a few earnest health tips?
Hyman thinks it's because they're coming from the director of a funeral parlor.
Oh there. Come.
Imagine if you did this in real life.
Precious
Just like,
curios.
I don't like what you're saying. Huh. And then you just don't turn around.
To our success.
I don't think that would work in real life, Little Woo. Just say.
Handsome sum today.
John Lee. You doing that next time? Okay. Sounds good to me. Is it up or down? Probably up.
Take me up.
Take me up. It's not up. It's up. It's down. Where are we? Going. It's here. Hi, Moo Moo. John Lean.
And you are? Be quick. I'm busy.
How do these people not know who this
Hello
is?
there. Would you be interested in understanding
Unless they're
more about our
specifically
services
asking
at
me,
the
then that makes
Wangsheng
sense.
Funeral Parlor?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I'm not in need of your services. So you're out here looking for new customers? Don't you think this might be a bit of a crass way of going about it?
Just a little bit.
Hardly. Isn't this the fashion these days? Bring the service to the customer and all that.
I'm not sure it's every service that falls into that.
Right.
Anyway, please bother someone else if you don't mind.
Ugh, another failure. Still, not the end of the world.
Hu Tao, you're really bad at this.
Curious. Does this approach ever work out for you?
Hello.
I know your face. The Wangsheng funeral parlor.
Oh, so she
director,
knows, but
right?
everyone else
I'm
doesn't?
sorry, I'm really in no need of it.
Don't apologize. Get to know us. We've got a new sale going on. Ever hear the saying, out with the old, in with the new? Well, going out with a bang is the best way to start off in style on the other side.
If you keep talking like this, I'll have to call the mill.
No, don't bring in the... Why do you do that? Don't do that.
No. Okay, relax. We're leaving. But Wangsheng Funeral Parlor awaits your distinguished patronage.
You really don't give up, do you?
I mean, true, but I feel like the way Leeway works is like, it seems like everybody knows everybody. Like every business person, every person who owns a shop, a business, whatever, knows someone, right? Like a lot of people even know who Zhang Li is most of the time. They're just like, well, generally speaking, shop-wise, just like, oh, it's our esteemed guest Zhang Li. I mean, they don't know that he's Morax, but, you know, they know who he is most of the time. So it's like the director of a funeral shop or funeral parlor, the person who takes care of literally everyone who dies in Leeway. I feel like they should know who she is. Like, because they always are like, oh, the funeral parlor. I don't know who you are, though. It's like, hasn't she been the director of the funeral parlor for a while? Yeah, I don't know. Plot holes. Plot holes. The crowd. There's no... I can't
Are
read it.
you trying to make me feel better?
Perhaps.
Thank you. Seems you understand me far better than most people.
Not really. This is just getting really uncomfortable.
Enough business development, please. Help me find someone.
Business development? Is that what you see this as?
I mean, what else?
Surely you don't think all that was business development?
Then what was it exactly? Traumatization for its own sake?
No. The business development ended after the discussion with the Adventurers Guild. I was helping to find somebody for Meng. You remember Big G?
Rings a bell? Who the fuck is Big G?
As it turns out, the Big G that Meng is looking for is a ghost adrift in the mortal realm. The three we saw just now were all people I suspected of being followed by Big G. But having seen them, I didn't sense the presence of anything otherworldly. So we just had a quick chat, and I left it at that.
That was stopping for a quick chat. I wonder what business development looks like.
Why didn't you say so? Paimon thought you had some kind of sixth sense for, people in declining health.
Huh? What would I need that kind of ability for? I'm no doctor. Were you seriously hoping that the director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was going to start healing people? Or...
Paimon was trying to subtly imply that... never mind. Paimon wouldn't know how to explain subtlety in a way you'd understand.
I mean, I get it.
Well, let's leave that for now and head back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. This Big G matter is very closely linked to Meng.
Meng. Big G.
Take me up!
Pick me up. I think this game is scaled down so Liu is huge and the parlor has a lot of staff. Zhang Li is only known by people he deals with a lot since he was pretending to be human. I mean, I guess so. That's also the other thing too. Like, you see this trope a lot, not just in like games, but just in general, where it's like, oh, there's this ancient being that's been around for a long time and they've outlived countless generations of people. Yet nobody generally, in most media sense, suspect that person of anything. Sometimes they do, and that's what comes into the plot, right? It's like, oh, hey, you've been around for longer than you should have been, so something's up. So that's, you know, what initiates the plot. But sometimes it's just like, oh yeah, this old lady has known my father, my father's father, my father's 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 father. I don't question it. I think she's at least 50. But it's like one of those things where it's like, you walk away around in Leeway, and you're like, Morax has been around for quite a long time. Or Madam Ping has been around for quite a long time. But they're not just like, are you an adepti? You a god? No, they're just like, yeah, whatever. But I mean, don't get me wrong, this place is big, but again, like I said, and a lot of other quests and stuff, it seems like every business person seems to know other business people. And again, this is the only funeral parlor that I know of that exists in this area. It would make sense that most people would know of her, at least by name. And also, they kind of wear similar outfits. Also, her father/grandfather had the hat that she's wearing, so they would recognize that as well. Less than 10 years? Okay, well that makes sense. Oh, right, because they have the ascension thing, and they would do that. Okay. Still, I don't think Madame Ping's been doing it less than 10 years. I don't know.
Meng, I'm back. I'm afraid we're still no closer to finding Big G.
Big
I
G.
see. Well, I'm just sorry for the trouble. We've already searched in all the likely places.
Who is this Big G anyway?
I guess I should start at the beginning. My home was in the vicinity.
Is the Wuwang Hill was the one where everything went awry,
In
right?
my
With
youth,
Hu Tao's
I
father,
had a good many friends
grandfather?
there. Big G was one of
A haunted
them.
place. Funeral parlors,
We were the
but they wouldn't
best
really
of
put them in the
friends.
game. But Wangshang is the best one,
Inseparable,
oldest one.
really.
I don't know. Echo, what's up,
But
Echo? How's it
One
going?
day, there was an accident. And that was the end of him.
I mean, that makes
I've
sense.
never forgotten. Too many memories, I suppose.
If there's multiple
I often
funeral
return
parlors,
to
and this is like
Hillichurl.
the best known.
But recently, after
No,
one
not
such
Storm.
visit, I started to feel
Storm goes
strange.
by Echo 608
Now,
or
Every night, Big G appears in my dreams. I can't help but wonder,
Unknown Echo.
did I disturb him somehow?
Also, I didn't listen to anything you just said, but that kind of thing doesn't happen.
Perhaps. I don't have proof, but I can't stop worrying. I get more anxious every day. How would I ever come to terms with my childhood friend becoming an evil spirit?
That's why he joined Wangsheng Funeral Parlor in place of
I've
a
been
salary
good. How
and
have you
helping
been?
him deal with this matter. And in fact, what Meng has said is entirely plausible. Spirits on occasion do find a way into our world. But as for evil spirits, I think you're scaring yourself.
That's good.
Even I have only encountered malevolent forces a handful of times.
But are you sure there's no danger? I couldn't bear for him to go around harming people.
You see what I mean? Look at the state of him. If we can't find Big G, it'll eat away at Meng forever. Those people we found today were also Meng's childhood friends. I thought there was a good chance Big G might have hidden among them. But here we are, empty-handed.
Wuwang Hill, childhood friends? Seems like we're out of leads.
Sorry, excuse me. Is this Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? My name's Luo Chung. I've had this awful feeling recently, like something's staring at me.
I feel like this isn't
Some of my friends and
Our
I went to
problem.
Wuwang Hill the other day on a
an
dare.
Izuma event. No, I
After
haven't done it
returned
yet.
home, I fell ill. I've been having recurring nightmares, but the doctors can't find anything wrong with me. I think that
I think it
it's
ends
a curse,
in
right?
16 days.
I've been cursed by a
15.
demon.
Say no more. There's no doubt it's a demonic curse, all right, and a serious one at that.
You believe so too? Then it's just like they say in the tales of old. The vengeful spirits of the gods who fell in the Archon War return to cast their evil curses upon mortals. And if the curse isn't lifted, it will burn through the body, laying waste to flesh and bone. Oh, what a wretched end! The symptoms I'm having are just like those described in the tales.
Wuwang Hill? No, I don't think it was a curse. It was probably just Big G.
Hold your horses, both of you. There's no need to creep each other out.
Big G.
Isn't that exactly what you like to do, though?
True.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor specializes in demonic stuff like this, right? Help me. I beg you. I'm too young to die.
All right. Don't panic. Leave it to me. You've come to the right person. However, In order to lift the curse, we need a suitable location, and we need to make some preparations.
Yay,
Come with me, my
preparations.
trusty assistants. I'm going to need your help.
Yay, forced
I
labor.
guess I'll come too.
Help him make the preparations first. The incense exorcism, the one I taught you. When you're ready, come and find me. Once we've finished with this, we'll get back to the big G matter.
Okay, I guess.
Right. Let's go.
Why did she have her eyes narrowed like that when she's looking at me? Right, let's go. Looks like she hates me or something. Anyway. Yeah, I haven't done any of it. It's, I've accepted the quest. 8 days, way less than I thought we had. 8 days left. I fear, though, that since I do it in English, that none of it's going to be voice acted, besides the new character. But we'll see. I don't plan on doing it on stream. Either. I usually don't do the events on stream. Hu Tao is one of the... Oh, did you get your Diona Siege one? No, I didn't get either of them. I am still recovering from getting Tartaglia. I don't have enough to really do anything worthwhile to be able to even have a chance of getting either of them. Hu Tao is one of them? That's not voiced? Oh, I didn't read what you said. If you look at some Lua characters' voice lines about Zhongli, they also suspect he's more X. Hu Tao is one of them? Okay. I mean, she does work directly with him. Kind of. No bow healer yet? I don't need it. I can heal myself.
No ritual at all. We just need to kill some time.
Eh?
Wait, you didn't take all that vengeful god's curse stuff seriously, did you? They were eradicated ages ago.
True. Kind of. In a way. Most of the ones that aren't dead are sealed away or somewhere else. So why are we here?
You saw those two. One thinks he's been cursed, and the other one believes his friends turned into an evil spirit. It's hard to reason with them.
Big Jeep.
Now you see why I believe that ordinary folks should be kept in the dark. I've seen too many people lose their senses on account of things like this. If you want to calm them down,
Just
you need
like
to
real
convince
life.
them with something tangible. And the best way to do that is to make a great show of destroying the boogeyman they believe in before their very eyes.
Boogie. So we're gonna be the boogeyman?
Sounds like that might work. If you were trying to cheer up a 3-year-old.
How old are you, Paimon?
Why would you ask that? Paimon just wants to know why we can't tell
No, wait, hold
everyone
up.
the truth.
Answer the question, though.
Because
I do
you
want to
can't
know.
guarantee
Answer
that
the
telling an
question.
ignorant person
Yeah.
the truth will improve the situation instead of exacerbating it. What I can do is pretend to pull back anyone who believes their time is nigh. But since the curse is imaginary, our fix will also be make-believe.
Makes sense. But why would anyone believe that it's a curse?
Do you know the history of the Yaksha?
Sure do. But for this timeline, I don't know a lot. Just bits and pieces.
They once fought against the ancient gods. They fought brilliantly in a battle
I'm
that
friends with
engulfed
one.
the whole world in darkness.
Kind of.
Although the gods were defeated
I don't know
in
if you'd
the end,
consider me a
their
friend.
resentment persevered. That resentment turned
Does Zhao
into
consider you a
pestilence
friend?
spreading amongst the ordinary folk. Hysteric people mistook it for the curse of the gods. The plague took the lives of many, which only furthered its spread, as the dead were a breeding ground for the disease. Then someone discovered how to prevent it from spreading.
Does Zhongli consider you a
Purify
friend?
the air
I
and
think
burn
so.
the bodies of the deceased. The pioneers of these practices were, you guessed it, the founders of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Paimon didn't see that coming. Really?
Yes. Anyway, it took many years, but eventually the plague was completely eradicated. We've dealt with
Right.
similar phenomena multiple times throughout the ages. Each time we
But does
successfully
Zhao consider
restored
you
the
a friend?
balance between life
I
and
don't
death.
remember.
To sum it up, we are gatekeepers, guarding the border for the sake of both the living and the dead.
That's what you meant by guarding the border? Never knew Wangsheng had such a long
So
history.
when I say this curse is just a figment of the imagination, I say it with more certainty than most. But I also can't really go telling people that the ancient plagues were real, or it would incite panic. Anyway, let's wait a bit more and get ready for the show. This leyline monolith will make for a really great prop.
A while later.
Ah, you're finally here. We just finished our preparations. Now, look here. This device is used to drive away evil spirits. It'll absorb the curse inside you and cause it to take a physical form. But don't worry, the traveler here is a seasoned warrior and will assure our safety.
You failed to mention we'd do the fight.
Oh, right.
You're doing the
I
fight.
forgot to tell you. It'll be fine.
Will that really solve my problem?
Trust the director. She might look like
Right,
a weirdo,
right.
but she's serious about everything she does.
How can you call me a weirdo? I mean, wouldn't you say it's more charmingly naive or disarmingly different? All right, let's get down to business. My glamorous assistant, please activate the device.
Yes, ma'am. You're saying canonically the traveler is married to Zhao? Confirmed.
Is it really possible to materialize the curse?
Ain't no way these guys just hit that, bro. Get out of here.
I'm counting on you.
How about the demons? Fire!
As you wish,
Lightning! The power of ice!
Denied.
Hey, back the fuck up. Back the fuck up! Why is there fire all over the place? Oh, from his axe. Someone taking him as husband if he didn't look like a child. Yeah. Problem with a lot of Genshin characters, they look too
Born
young.
of ice and frost.
He is short. I did it!
How are you feeling?
Yeah.
Did the curse leave your body?
Yes, I feel more
Do you hear that?
invigorated than
Sounds
ever
like
before.
sirens in the background.
I'm cured. I
Kidding, I'm
can't
kidding.
express how grateful I am for your and the traveler's
I can't
help.
speak because my
If it hadn't
husband
been
is
for
Goro,
you,
so.
the curse would have taken my life.
Great. In which case, I guess now I can tell you.
FBI, open up!
You've been pranked.
Yeah, like I was just fanfare. Ta, ta, ta.
What?
This exorcism device, people like you wouldn't recognize it, but it's just an old ley line monolith, deceptively effective at
Yo,
attracting
yo, yo.
monsters. And those were real monsters, not a manifestation of your curse. So riddle me this. If I
So
didn't
Hu
do
Tao's
anything
plan
to
was
lift
to
the
put them
curse,
into
then
actual
what's
mortal
the cause of
danger
your sudden
in the hopes
recovery?
of convincing them that what they believed in is not
curse?
real.
Wasn't real?
Got it.
Then why was I sick?
Well, you caught a cold, ate something bad, or just scared yourself sick. It's anyone's guess, but I'm leaning towards the last option. Wouldn't be the first time in my career.
How unexpected.
Your face is almost always
I also
constant,
didn't expect that,
narrow eyes
but-
emoji.
Still, I'd like to thank
My
you.
hobby's currently Snoovy and
Don't mention
Capitana.
it. I found a way to deal with your fears this time.
You like the men in
but
suits,
I can't
huh?
do it over and
Hmm?
over again. So I'd appreciate it if you try not to give in to superstitions in the future. Human life is short. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Wow, what a weird thing to say. I
Maybe
shall head
too, I'm
back.
getting
I'm
Isley
sorry
soon
for
as well.
troubling you.
I feel relieved to see that
Papa
it wasn't
prison?
Big G's doing. However, unless he crosses the border, there will be no end to his antics. Since we are done with the matter at hand, can we resume our search for Big G?
I believe that won't be needed. He found us first.
Big G?
Big Jeep!
I didn't mean to bother you. Any
Not
of you.
what I expected. I like tall men, strong shoulders, but
This
sensitive, good
is
heart.
Big G. He's just a
Makes
child.
sense. So why isn't
Well,
Zhang Li
he
on
is
your
a
list?
Spirit. It's quite normal that he looks
He's
just
tall,
like
well
he did
dressed,
when
and
he
I
left
feel like
this
he's got a
world.
sensitive heart in some way.
That's not what Paimon imagined when Paimon first heard the name Big G.
Let's bring him back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
No,
We
Hazel,
have
no.
much to do.
He talks too much? I guess so. I feel like everyone talks too much in this game. What about Ito? He doesn't really dress nice. He's mostly topless, but and Al-Haytham he's kind of sometimes nice. You like Ito? Yeah. I think I have more waifus than husbands, but like Ganyu. Let me go to the Oh, they changed how the archive looks. I have not clicked on this in a very long time. Living beings. Oh, they have different birds. I haven't killed all the birds. I must find them all. How do I? This isn't what I was looking for. Character archive. But I would probably become his mother if we get into relationship. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Let's see. Let's go down the list. So these are characters. These are not just characters that how do I explain it? This is smash or pass, okay? So, Cookie, smash. See if I passed anyone. Did I pass anyone? I like Al-Haytham. His personality is okay. It does seem kind of like a dick sometimes. Not super into that. Goro, 100% smash. Zara, smash. Smash. Ganyu, smash. Tartaglia can go kill himself. Oh, I can't say that on stream. He went sewer slide. I like Tartaglia. I'm always happy when he's in the story or a quest. I like see my best friend. This guy. Wow. Literally just told Tart. Also, I think you're lying, bro. I think you're lying. Sucrose? Smash. Jean? I'd give her a hug. Diluc? I wouldn't smash him. Who else? Barbara, I'd give head pats. Amber, I'd tell her to shut the fuck up. I don't dislike her, I just tell her to shut up. I'd give Fischl head pats too. And her bird. Oz. I don't think Oz would like that very much, but I don't care. Oh, Haytham, even though comes off cold, actually cares for people close to him. Right, which is true, which is kind of like what I said. Like, he's not a bad person. He just kind of comes off wrong. But yeah. Yeah. Venti, I feel like would be too much to handle, you know? Like, I feel like Venti would always be drunk all the time and causing problems, or just would not be there. Too delusional for my taste. Fischl? Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying smash for Fischl. Like I said, I would just head pat her.
I created another universe and founded
it was Barbara. She is very delusional, but I feel like that's just her whole personality. That is just her. Kale, I would also head pat. Tainari is cool. He'd probably be one of those, like, if you go on a date and he'd probably just bore you to death with plant information. I don't know. Farina is okay. I'm so ugly. Sorry, that just... I like Tainari. I like Tainari too. I just don't know if I would date him, you know? Or, you know, smash. I kind of get the vibe with Rothley and Nouvelette as well. Like, they're cool. I would not... Lenny, I don't think... is... I would not. No. He's okay. Personality-wise, he's fine. But relationship-wise, I think that's a no-go. I don't know a whole lot about Layla, but she's an elf. I would like to hear him talk. Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
I like Charlotte. She's cool. This D4 guy's got a hard-on for Sino. Oh, and everyone's got a hard-on for Wanderer. I mean, who doesn't, right? Kamisato's okay. Yelan I like. I don't know if I'd smash though. Maybe. Nomiya's cool. Oh, a lot of people like Mona for one reason. When did he disappear? I think he died. Oh yeah. Anyway, enough of that. I could do a whole thing of Smash Your Pass some other time. I do Smash Your Pass for Zenless Zone Zero. I think I'd have more characters to talk about on that.
After all that's happened,
Lenny, I'm pregnant.
I'm not even
For
sure
his
what's
next
going
trick,
on
Lenny is gonna
anymore.
disappear. Exactly. I didn't expect to stumble upon Big G just like that either. But Big G's not an evil spirit?
Actually, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Remember what I said? There's only so many evil spirits in this world.
And I'm one of them.
It was
Yeah.
a twist of fate that made him leave Wuwang Hill in the
Anyway.
first place. Now, for some reason, he can't go back.
This explanation sounds a bit far-fetched to Paimon.
Actually, she pretty much summed it up.
Exactly. Reserve food. Nobody asked.
Don't ever question my professional instincts.
I just wanted to check up on my friends. That's why I came to Liyue Harbor. I promise I wasn't up to any mischief. I never wanted to scare anyone.
He's a hologram. It's a glitch in the
A
Matrix.
few days
He's
ago,
not
some
real.
people came to Wuwang Hill on a dare.
He's an alien
I
pretending to
heard
be a
them say they'd
child.
come from Liyue Harbor, so
He's
I
here to
followed
take
one of
your
them back and
organs,
ended up
Meng.
here.
Meng. Whatever.
Ah,
Meng
it
doll.
must have been poor Lord
He's here to
Churl
kill
that
you.
Followed. Maybe he didn't notice you, but he could still feel your presence. Now we know what caused his nightmares.
Why is he called Big G?
I was discovered?
Well, I assume so, otherwise he wouldn't have been scared half to death.
Why didn't you come looking for Meng sooner?
Yeah, Hu Tao and Meng were searching for you all over the place.
Oh, that's because I couldn't find them. It's my first time in Liyue Harbor, and I got lost in the city.
Now that you mention it, Big G always had a poor sense of direction. When we were kids, he'd never go down the hill by himself. We always had to lead him.
So, all of this was just because you got lost? Why
Nice.
didn't you just fly? Like any other ghost or spirit? Don't you think it's much easier to find your way from up above?
I can't. It's too high for me. I'd get scared.
Come on, Paimon. We're dealing with a child here.
That's right, yes! He used to be so afraid of heights that he wouldn't even so much as look down the hill. You haven't changed a bit.
Good thing they didn't call you Tall G.
I knew I wasn't supposed to show myself to the living, and with so many people walking around Liyue Harbor, my only choice was to hide. I wouldn't have found you if it weren't for the Leyline Monolith's call.
I'm so relieved that you haven't become an evil spirit.
Like I said, don't ever doubt my professional instincts. Now, all we have to do is escort this lost child back to Wuwang Hill, and we should be done and dust to dusted.
But he just said he wanted to visit his friends. Apart from me, there's also Little Wu, Mumu, and Songza.
Well, if that's the case, we can't let him down. We'll ask them all to help us prepare a farewell ceremony for Big G. Meng and I will escort Big G back to Wuwang Hill. You meet with those three and ask them for keepsakes.
Why do
to
I have to
symbolize
do-
each one of them during the ritual, then come and find us.
They're all friends. Can't we just go there all together? Or maybe we can take Big G to them.
Right.
That's not a good idea. I don't want to scare them.
I wouldn't want ordinary folks to become superstitious. The
Right,
less they know,
right,
the
right.
better. So be careful what you say when you collect the keepsakes.
I'll tell them that.
Are we really going with Hu Tao's plan? At least by keeping things low-key, we won't be giving anyone nightmares.
Right. There's only, I would say, playable character-wise in Genshin, There's only one I don't really care for, which you know is Tartaglia. I don't care about Tartaglia. Other than that, I mean, you've also, if you watched my streams, videos, whatever, for Genshin, you know that there's plenty of Fatui that I could care less for. Other than that, like, I don't really have a problem with any of the characters. They're all pretty chill. And the only reason why I don't like Child/Tartaglia is pretty much just, like, the beginning of the game and some of the other things. Wanderer, I didn't really care for either. Still don't necessarily care for. Like, his character's cool and story's cool, but personality-wise... Oh, the only reason why I hate Dory is because I got her so many fucking times trying to get Goro. I got her to, like, see fucking whatever, and I didn't get Goro once. That's the only reason why I hate Dory. Otherwise, Dory's fine. I mean, she's your classic merchant cheapskate. I mean, not much to say about her. Where there's money to be had is where she is, you know?
Remember us?
Of course he remembers.
Oh, you. Sorry, I won't be needing the funeral parlor's services anytime soon.
Meng said that he's an old friend of yours.
Yes, we grew up together. We still keep in touch even now. I don't know why he started working for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. To be honest, I find their director to be quite peculiar. But he must have had his reasons. He's on his own now, after all. And he still can't get over what happened to Big G.
Kotor?
Did he tell you about it?
Yeah, he did. If you could pick one thing to give to Big G as a keepsake, what
You talking
would
about the doctor?
choose? Just, you know, theoretically speaking. We're just being hypothetical here. Definitely not gonna actually go commemorate him or anything.
Yeah, he's one of the characters I don't like. If I saw him, I'd punch him in the balls. That's a little bit on the nose, typical Paimon.
I'd cook something for him. Oh, he could eat spicy food like no other. His favorite meal was extra spicy Jueyun chili chicken. I can make it for you if you bring me some Jueyun chilies. I'm sure he'd appreciate the flavor of his childhood years. I still use that old recipe.
Deal! Just give us a minute.
The part of the reason why I don't like the Wanderer is also because of what he did in the Fatui, like when he was joined with the Fatui. You have mixed feelings for the Doctor?
Listen, let me tell you
the other one is I forget her fucking name, but she's like one of the first main bad Fatui that you encounter. I think it starts with like an R or something. White hair. I don't care for either. And I was a little upset when Red Shogun took the kill on that one. But whatever, she died.
Listen.
I understand he's an evil scientist, but it reminds me of Orochimaru from Naruto. Never watched Naruto, so I don't know. But
Jueyun chilies are
that guy was in the ground.
I can rustle that dish up in no time if you help me find some.
Doing stuff for his knowledge? I mean, I guess so, but I don't think that validates anything that he did. There's research, and then there's what he's doing.
I'll get started on the Jueyun chili chicken. I guess you've got other folks to track down? When everyone's ready, I'll get the dish
He
over
basically
to you.
played God for hundreds of years and fucked up multiple people's lives. Permanently. Senora. Right. I don't know why it started with an R. Anyway. Yeah, Senora can go fuck herself too. I mean, she's dead, so I mean, she got what she asked for. Or, well, she got what she deserved. What I'm saying.
Take me up.
Did find solution through studies, so I can understand. What? No, if they killed the baddest bitch in the Fatui, bro, I can never recover. True. Wait, you're not saying Alachino is the baddest bitch now? Saying she is? I mean, I guess so, technically. Hillichurl didn't exist. I mean, she did, kind of. In-game, not really, but... Where am I going? Oh yeah, I gotta talk to this guy. Moo Moo. This is the new baddest bitch. Right. Senora is a poor romantic woman. Hey! Romantic schmamantic, bro. You got the sword.
Not you again. I told you, I'm not interested in the inner workings of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
The last time I saw Senora is when she got killed by the Raiden Shogun. That's the last time I've seen her.
Yes. Come to think of it,
I haven't done
I remember he did join
her
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor
weekly
recently.
boss fight.
It didn't take long for his good friends to figure out why. The Big G incident. But I know there's nothing we can say to help him get over it. Letting go of the past is a painful process. I would know. So, is Big G the reason you're here to see me?
How did you know?
Her backstory? Not really. But I'm sure it's another sad tale.
I'm a businessman. I've got a sixth
Like
sense for
most,
this kind
pretty
of
much everyone
Everyone hears the
in
name
this
Moo
game.
Moo and thinks I must be dim-witted. I never heard the end of it when I set up
They make
shop.
you feel for the
But
bad guy.
I'd say I proved
Oh,
a few people
the
wrong.
people too.
Here, take
The
this.
pain.
It's a top-of-the-line toy box we all
I don't
dreamed of
care.
owning as kids. Back then, none of us could afford it.
Just because you went through a
We
bunch
were
of bullshit in your
penniless.
past doesn't mean you get to be a
Today,
dickhead in the
business is
present.
booming. I ended up buying loads of these. It was
There's the
a dream
Crimson
come
Witch of
true.
Flames artifact set. You can read it
You
there.
must be like super rich.
I don't know if
For
I have
me,
that.
It's a memento of a childhood long gone. Without it,
Witch of Flames
we wouldn't
artifact?
be where we are today. So, having found me, I guess you'll be looking for Little Wu and Songza next.
I've already been to Little
We
Wu.
already saw Little Wu.
Or
Now we
Paimon
gotta
said.
find Songza.
I see. If it's Songza you're after, let's meet at the overpass at Feiyun Slope. It's just above the staircase leading down to the dock. I've got an errand to run. I'll come find you as soon as I'm done.
I mean, it's the same thing with Arlecchino. Like, you'll change your mind if you get to know her backstory. Possibly. I don't know. Arlecchino, I would not say is a... She's a better person than the other ones that you've met. Because she cares about her people. Other than that, I would still say Arlecchino is not a good person. Generally speaking. Because she still does messed up things. She still works for the Fatui, who generally are not great people. But I would say, arguably, Arlecchino is better than the other ones that have been introduced so far. I haven't played the newest story with Capitano. I have been slightly spoiled with that. So, arguably, I would say he's also a decent person. But I don't know the full story for that either. So I'm just basing off of what I slightly got spoiled on.
Let's fly.
And I'm sure there's gonna be some grand reveal that like the Fatui were trying to do. I
Reminiscing about
mean,
old times.
some whatever,
Looking
and
back to past events.
for the greater good of humanity or
Been out for
something.
years.
What they
hometown was
needed
completely
to
destroyed
do
in
and
a disaster,
sacrifice was all,
so
you know,
got
for the
nowhere to go
greater
back to.
good.
Now, home is where
I
our
don't
friends
care.
are.
They've just been telling me you're looking for keepsakes. I make artisan Xiao lanterns down by Liyue Harbor. I guess they represent me better than anything. A few days ago,
Make
I
Xiao
bought
lanterns?
some quality plastrite shards. They're
What?
currently all in the warehouse at the dock.
You're like the only person
I've
here.
already spoken to the manager. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me?
Seems like you already know what's going on. Be back in a
Jiffy?
jiffy.
Talk to the warehouse manager. So that set, I don't think I have that set, but I can look. Where are artifacts at? They're there. What did you say? Witch of Flames? Where is the... Stop that. Get off my... Don't care. Alright, you're just gonna keep telling me that. Anyway, I don't think I have that. I hope he doesn't have a sad story either. I mean, to be honest, at this point, like I say with Senora, I don't care if you have a sad backstory. You fucked up enough that it really doesn't matter. And it was kind of the same thing with the Wanderer, where you do the whole entire thing with Nahida and all that stuff. But it's like, archive artifacts. It's archive? Oh. I don't have time to look for it. Anyway. But it's one of those things, like I said, like, you've done enough bad that whatever happened to you in the past, like, doesn't warrant what you did now. Like, they killed so many innocent people and fucked up so many things that it's like, oh no, when you were 5 and you lost your teddy bear in the river and your parents got murdered, oh, it's so sad. But you also ruined so many other people's lives. For whatever you're trying to accomplish, I don't think it's worth it or validated in any way.
Hi, we're here to pick up the prostrate shards for Sansa.
What she said.
I think she mentioned it. Yes, here you are on the register. No problem. The prostrate shards are over in that crate there. Please, help yourselves.
Wow, how trustworthy of you. To just think that I would just grab what we needed and not the entire thing. Those people that he killed weren't playable, so no one cares where I care! I care! I care!
Let's look someplace else.
God damn it. Yeah, which crate?
These look like what Sansa was talking about. Let's head back.
Tepe! Tepe! He died too young. I mean, kind of old because he used the thing to... what are they called? They're not visions. What are they called? The anti-visions. What are they? What's the name? The thing the Fatui use. He used it too much, aged, and then died. What are they called? We gotta... hold on, I gotta find...
Senua Kiosk.
Like-
Place to go for classic Yua dishes.
Hold on.
I had lost
Delusion.
myself
Yeah, they
long
used a
ago
delusion.
If I allowed myself to be led
I'm
by
gonna
the whispers of
add-
the abyss. Surviving is tough, but taming the beast within is tougher.
Can I just... I can't copy and paste, can I? That is upsetting. Upsetting.
Senua Kiosk. Place to go for classic Yua dishes.
Let me just save a random picture to my fucking computer. And we'll just put it in here. This. Blah, 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 blah. Why did you not save as a... God damn it. Fucking... I have a brain aneurysm.
These days.
I'm going to have a brain aneurysm.
Any conflicts around? I'm in the mood for some peacemaking.
Why does it save as a... whatever. Whatever! Remember him, guys. Remember Tepe. Never forget. He was the friend we all needed in that hard time. In the war. He died protecting his beliefs and his people. Trying to defend his home. He's dead. Because of Wanderer. Because of the Fatui. Ah.
Great stuff. Please.
Anyway.
Wait
Goodbye,
a moment.
Tepe.
This is the final step. Okay, there we go. I wrote all 5 of our names inside the lantern. You know, during the annual lantern rite, we all release a lantern like this. no matter what the days may bring, whichever roads we choose to take, while this rite remains observed, each of us
You want to know the
remains
main reason why I
same.
remember Tepe's name?
As for the matter of Big G,
Because it sounds a lot like Tepig, the Pokemon.
the three of us have discussed amongst ourselves and
That's the only connection.
agreed we won't press you on it.
But if you get the chance,
Hold on.
please let him know.
For those of you
we're
who don't know
doing
who
well,
Tepig is, hold on.
and that the things we once spoke of, they've all come to pass.
Sorry. Your dialogue's not important. Tepig is. Hold on, I gotta save the image. Otherwise, for some reason, it won't let me fucking do stuff. Let me, Tepe died! He died for our sins. Yeah, orange black pig. You can count on us, and I won't press you on the things you once spoke of.
Thank you. We'll pass it on. Big G is lucky
Yeah,
to have
Tepe
friends like you.
used the delusion too much. Because he thought he was trying to do good, and he died.
Let's go to Wulong Hill and find Hu Tao
And nobody
Meng.
cared but us. The Wanderer, Senora, the Doctor, they didn't care. Actually, did Senora die before Tepe? I think she died after. And it wasn't just Tepe. It was a bunch of soldiers. He became a martyr.
I've got a bunch of interesting gadgets.
Do I hate Raiden? Not. I mean, I don't hate her. She's too much of a the rules are the rules kind of a thing. And A is also that. Maybe not as strict, but I will say I'm not putting all the blame on the Fatui. The Raiden Shogun / IA, whatever, could have done what she wanted to do. But the Fatui did put that little seed way back into or the Raiden Shogun, and that's why they did the Vision Hunt Decree. And locked all of Inazuma off from the rest of the world. Where are we going? Why is Kazu out here? Anyway. We're going way over here. So no, I don't hate Raiden. What she did was messed up. But I don't hate her. Also, am I stupid or misremembering, or were these blue before? I don't remember them being red. I noticed that in the last one that I kept passing over and anyway. Could have sworn these were not red. Did they change it in an update, or am I just misremembering? Also, I absolutely despise this quick travel point. I am stupid? Oh, thank you. Yeah, they changed it. Yeah, I knew I wasn't hallucinating. They're usually red when you don't have them discovered. And then when you discover them, they turn blue.
Let's fly.
I did it. Stop. Time. Fuck. Is it a bug? Possibly. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, it's just the visual's different. I don't really care that much about it, but I was just pointed it out.
Oh, you're back already?
Yes, I was
Sooner
going
than I
crazy.
expected. You didn't go spilling the beans, did you, Paimon?
As long as it doesn't mess with the quick travel points or anything. Okay.
I'm kidding. Anyway, looks like they were willing to hand over some keepsakes, so I guess they knew the deal. Nevertheless, when it comes to things like ghosts and ghouls, spirits and souls, the one thing everyone knows is you never know what to expect. Which explains why they were reluctant to pry and find out the full story. Which is just as well, because if they had attempted to, it would have been too much for me to deal with.
Sounds terrifying. I can't tell if you're serious anymore.
Guard the border between life and death.
Life
This is
and
Wangsheng
death.
Funeral Parlor's most important responsibility, and I'm stricter than most.
So what about us? Does it
What
matter
about
if we
us?
cross the border?
Of course not. After all, you were caught up in all this already, just like Meng. It's not the end of the world if you catch a glimpse
You
behind
four
the
guys
curtain.
messaging me on
And where we're going,
Discord.
don't be surprised at what you may see or what may occur. All of it exists within the
You better be
border
sending me
between the
funny
living
Hu
and the
Tao
dead.
memes.
An ordinary
Swear to God.
place, really. The only special
I
thing about
swear
it
to
is that
more
nobody
axe,
really
bro.
knows about it. Whatever you do, don't get all worked up over nothing, okay? Or else by the time we're out, I'll have to erase your memories. So listen to everything I say.
Another Hu Tao meme?
Let's go.
You see a meme.
Scared.
For Muwa.
But like
You've paid your
Hu Tao
taxes.
says,
You're good to
we're
go.
already caught up in this. We better see it through to the end.
I'm about to sentinel. What's in this dark crevice? Doom. Death. Destruction. Or Hillichurls.
Wow, what is
Oh look,
this
it's me,
place?
Hu Tao.
Somewhere close to death, but not like the hell or underworld from the
Like-
tales of old. This is just a place where the ley lines
Let me get
tend
my
to go a
marshmallows
little
out.
haywire.
We'll be
So
back
if you're
seating if I
cool,
give you a tip to
follow
avoid you
me.
going
The
round and
farewell
round in one
ceremony
section
site
here.
is just up ahead.
Technically, it would. Round and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. What I say is, I mean, thank you for asking before doing that. Trial by fire. And then if I ask for help, you're more than welcome to help.
That pattern looks familiar.
That pattern looks
From the
familiar.
right angle, you can make out the whole thing.
Right angle.
Oh, just like
90
last
degrees.
time.
I found it. The right angle. We're at the right spot, guys. We just stand here long enough and it'll... Oh, I see. I actually was not quite off. Right angle. Son of a bitch. I fucking hate these puzzles. There was something I was doing earlier today, D. You're still there. In Wuwa. And it's like this, where it's like, oh, you have to have the orb in the dragon's mouth. Not nearly as hard as this. That one was just like, yeah, it's there, I guess. It fits. It works. What if I uninstall the game? Would that fix this? Right. Right. Where's this supposed to go? I don't know. Oh, like that. That makes more sense. A neck. Neck. This guy is not smart enough for puzzles, bro. The middle is a circle. Bro. Bro. I see that now. See that. But how does it connect, bro? Getting brighter this way? There we go. I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. Heidi ho. Want a hug? Who's a good slime? Who's a good slime? Nope, not you. You're not a good slime. Hey, watch this, Jaska. Eat shit. Shiny point equals stand point. Ah. Yeah, I figured that out. Shiny points. It's when you stand. This guy's having an aneurysm because I can't figure out a simple puzzle, bro. How many times do I have to tell you? And stream. I know puzzle well. No work. I literally, there's one time on a Skyrim puzzle, which are the simplest puzzles out there, could not for the life of me figure it out. Part of it is because one, I overthink, and two, sometimes my brain just shuts off, and I just refuse to figure it out. Should have brought Barbara here, they would have made you one of them. Right. Also, #1 despised enemy, Abyss Mages. They can go commit sewer slide. Oh, it activated that. Cool. Go Barbara, go Barbara, go, go Barbara.
Imagine Adventurers Guild members are good at making order of things.
Never judge me when I get lost in games again because I forget and get lost a lot. Yeah, I'm still gonna yell at you because there's a map. So fight me.
You talking to us?
Bro, that means you should get Siegewin for revenge. Right. Circle, go burr. Circle. 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 I'm gonna eat this little sprite right here, bro. I'm gonna fucking eat you, man. I'm gonna fucking eat you. Right. Higuin. 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 What if I zoom in really close to Linny's face? Will this help? Will this solve the puzzle? That actually did the exact opposite of solving the puzzle. I did it. Higuin. Potato. Just. Higuin. Oh, I have the 2 fire orbs. Orb. Orb. Hello? Who's there? Yeah. Oh, hey. Bishal, I choose you. Spooky ghost. Oh, I forgot she heals from that. I don't own Hu Tao, so I don't remember what she can and cannot do. AR-56, they grow up so fast. Yes. I'm like so good at the game. I'm like, I think I'm better than like the person that taught me. Like, I'm just so much better that I don't need him anymore, and I can do what I want. Die. Yeah, catch this chuckle nut. Ah, you caught it. Oh, what's this button do? I don't like Hu Tao playstyle. She's alright. I mean, you know the playstyle I like, of course. It's bow tie. Hey D, all I gotta say is I'm just a silly little goat girl, bro. Don't judge me, okay? I'm just a silly little girl. I'm just silly. Who put that there?
This looks the same, but there aren't enough.
Fucking spiders.
So confusing. Let's have a
These enemies are just there to be annoying. The fucking spiders. Orb. Oh, you into goats? Are you into cowgirl? Yeah, they're coming out with a new cowgirl. Pick up the veggies, bro. You know how expensive. Okay, if they're that expensive, why are they put into a fucking cave that's in the middle of fucktown nowhere that's haunted that nobody's been to for probably 1,000 years? Huh? How are they not expired? They're ghost vegetables.
Next on the agenda.
Next on the agenda. Sorry. What am I supposed to do here? I was not supposed to jump down here. What is this room? Up I go. It's POV drowning simulator. I'm stuck. Oh, I gotta go this way. Yeah, it's too many questions. I do. That's what I do best. I'm gonna drown. See, I wish this was Wuwa, where I could save myself from drowning. The new cowgirl seems cool. Am I into cowgirls? Not particularly. I guess it depends on the cowgirl. If the cowgirl looked like this, sure. But if it's the mommy milker cowgirls, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not into big hoogooga balungagoos. Don't get me wrong, they're nice, but preference-wise. How can you save yourself from drowning in Wuwa? You use the grapple hook. Pull yourself up. Gives you a slight chance, especially if you're close to land. Instead of like Genshin, where it's like, oh, I'm in the middle of the ocean with 0 stamina. Guess I'll die. Hello? Who's there? Oh, I looped around. Is this the looping part you were talking about? Hey, orb.
Huh? Isn't this where we just were before?
Sure is. But what if I just walked backwards instead? You actually accidentally bypassed the loop trap. Oh, am I just that good? Just that good, bro. Wait, hold on. Is it back here? Or am I stupid? No, it was down this way. I looped myself. You want to consume less stamina, hold sprint and spam forward instead of holding up. Both. You mean like this? Like this? Oh, I did. It is here. Bop. Bop. Fuck you.
Finally!
This camera angle.
I thought we were gonna be trapped in that weird place forever.
Jump scare! Any of you?
That's exactly the point. Trespassers end up running scared.
So that's the weird stuff out of the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Just dive off the edge here.
What?
Oh. Makes sense. What almost flattened your face? What are we saying? Run him up! Oh, nice. See, I just have dumb gamer luck. That's how I usually figure things out, is coincidence and luck. There are times where I figure it out myself. I'm not super dumb. I have that gamer instinct, what you'd call it.
Welcome to the
It's what gets me through most video
Our
games.
destination is just up ahead.
Who's up ahead? Oh.
I know you're excited, so feel free to have a look around and talk amongst yourselves. Soon you'll find out there's nothing special about this place.
Hey, that's not what the lantern right told me. Spoiler alert. She almost died. Got that gamer stink, I do too. The fact you fell down in water actually... I watched my friends suffer in this domain and sadistic laughed so much. Oh boy. Glad I was not a part of that. Hello. Who are you people? Do I want to talk to you? I guess I'll...
Are you clients? Apologies. This is
Clients
just a
of
little
what?
unexpected. Seeing that it was Hu Tao that brought you puts me at ease. But I'm afraid we don't have the means to entertain guests here.
What? This isn't like... the Nord Afterlife? Elder Scrolls? We're not gonna get like food and entertainment and singing and weird clapping and drinks and merriment and a roasting cow on a spit. Oh, this is lame. This afterlife is lame. Who are you?
My name is Lan Si.
Lan Si.
I've been waiting for someone for a long time now. Exactly how long, I couldn't really say. Everyone says waiting is difficult, but walking, watching, talking to newcomers, and the old crowd, it helps to pass the time.
What is time?
I can keep waiting, but who knows whether what I'm waiting for will ever come to pass. It's all the same to me.
Avant-garde.
Waiting's all I
Did you
can
do Lantern Rite
anyway.
events last patch? I did.
But if you too are looking for someone important to you, it's best not to keep waiting forever.
I got...
Silly Churl, Billy Churl, silly Billy, Hillichurl. Ooh.
Woo! Where is she? There she is. Anya. I think the last Lantern Rite. What did I get last Lantern? I don't remember. Dore! I think she's only 2. Yeah. So I only got her like 3 times, but still. 3 too many. Who else was it? Oh, it was fucking... It was Dory and her. Yunjin. I also got a bunch. So I got her 3 times, and I got Dory 3 times, trying to get Goro. And I didn't get him a single fucking time until they did the free event right after the banner. To say the least, I was upset. What did I get last year? Was it Yanfei? Or did I wish for her? I have her up to... I must have wished for her then, because I got her D3. What did I get? To her? To Dia? Yeah? I don't remember. Maybe it was Ningguang. She's C2. Maybe not. I don't remember who I got last Lantern Rite. I don't even remember who was on the fucking thing for last Lantern Rite. I mean, nobody's over there. Okay.
Are you new here? What a coincidence, so am I.
Whoa, come with Ito again? Sorry. I'll stop. I'll stop. This is an 18+ stream.
Freezing cold with no sense of space or time. Here I can finally work out a lifetime of emotions.
You know how many people ship Goro and Ito? A lot. Especially because Ito likes the female version of Goro. It just pushes it even more. Anyway, I didn't listen to anything you said. My apologies, Ghost. Have fun with whatever you were doing. I ship Ito with Kuki. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I ship him with the cow. Anyway, I need 2 copies for C6 and want Ito in my mail account. I have Goro. He's just regular. Like I said, I'm still recovering from the Tartaglia wish that I probably shouldn't have done, but I did anyway. So, he's not C anything. Will I use Goro? Probably not. My thoughts on Goro is, I'm using both characters of every different thing. It doesn't work. They ship Ito and Kuki. I haven't seen many with Goro. Some ship Ito with Sarah. I haven't seen any of that. I've seen a lot of ships of Fujo-Sara and Raiden. But hi Mo, hi Shu.
By the way, have you seen Uncle Jean recently?
That guy, I remember him saying it was time for him to move on.
Good for him. I wonder where he's off to next.
I've also seen a lot of Goro and
If you're curious, why don't we go
Okomi.
and see for ourselves?
That one's kind of just a given.
Some other time, perhaps. I'd like to stay here for a while.
Me, I can't see romantically involved with any. Like you personally, or Raiden? Yeah, the only one I could see. I mean, yeah, you're right. I feel like she's too distant. I mean, quite literally. I mean, she inhabits a puppet of herself. So, pretty distant in that aspect of the world. I could only see her with Fuck, I can't open up anything.
It's the
Oh,
lantern
do
right
it after
again.
this.
Wouldn't it be cool if
A
we
memory within a ghost area.
You can make a wish without a lantern, you know. My mom told me. As long as you yell it really loud, your wish will come true in the future.
Yaemiko.
Yell it? Isn't that
Which
kinda
that's kind of weird because she's like her familiar, kind of. Anyway. You may need companion, but probably be asexual. Right. I think she just needs the emotional support, not the.
That's right. Little Wu, you
Yeah.
start.
Alright, I wish I could open a massive restaurant with never-ending dishes and snacks, so I could eat Joya and chili chicken every day!
That's your wish?
If that's so funny, what's your wish?
To get rich, of course. Do big business and make a load of Mora. With Mora, you can do whatever you want and be happy.
Yeah, if you get rich, you could buy that super expensive toy box.
Not just one. One for everyone. No, loads for everyone.
Well, if Momo's gonna be a businessman, then I don't need to earn any money.
Oh.
Whoa. It's tough getting rich. Don't put all the pressure on me.
As for
Poor
me,
kid, yeah,
I want
yeah.
to learn to make Ming Xiao lanterns. The big kind! And Xiao lanterns, too. I'll be the best artisan around.
Yeah, that way we don't need to go to Liyue Harbor to release Xiao lanterns.
Anyway, those are our wishes. Meng, Big G, what about you?
Me?
No. No, we don't get to know.
Disappeared.
No, not a cliffhanger.
Wish.
It brings back so many memories.
I mean, they're right next to us. We could literally ask
That
what
was
their
the
wish.
last lantern ride the 5 of us spent together.
It's been so long. Everyone's all grown up. Have all those wishes really come true?
Also, question here. If they're all supposedly the same age, why do some of them look much older? Or like, why does Mumu look much older than the other ones? Anyway. They've come true, we can prove it to
We
you.
asked each of them for parting gifts for you. Little Wu's become a chef. Momo's a successful businessman. And Zongza makes great Xiao lanterns.
Really? Wow.
What, like everyone's all grown up?
We've never
Is that what you're
forgotten our
talking about?
childhood dreams. We've kept them in our hearts as a promise to each other. Anyway, time to release this lantern.
I mean,
Hey, take a hint.
that's not my argument here.
give
My
them
argument
some
is
space to go over
the
the
guy
notes.
doesn't look the same age as these guys. He'd be using that money to smoke crack or something. Accelerate his aging.
Take the hint? Really? Of all of us, you're the one who needs to learn how to read the room.
Don't you need to guard the border? Your scope of work is nothing like I imagined.
Really? The end result is the same, though. Exactly what I do and how I do it are just minor technicalities.
Sounds like a lot of hoopla to
As I
me.
explained, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was, once upon a time, more akin to a doctor's office than an actual funeral parlor. During the Archon War, piles of corpses covered the wilderness. People were plunged into misery and suffering. Disease was spreading all over the land. Death devastated the world of the living. Such were the times when the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first established. As humans, its founders were deemed too insignificant to matter, but slowly, they managed to drive away death.
They must have paid a huge price for that.
After generations, Liyue Harbor became a bustling hub of prosperity, luring people with dreams of great fame and abundant mora. But in the end, some lunatics stirred up the legacy of the dead. By that I mean the remnants of the defeated gods that ravaged the world. I won't go into specifics of that situation, but suffice to say that at its peak, life was on the verge of bringing about its own extinction, while death was coming back with a vengeance. It took a long, long time, longer than you'd think, to restore balance and reinstate the border. Without it, Liyue Harbor as we know it wouldn't be here today, neither would the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, you or me.
I mean, I feel that in a way I mean, I think the people that I'm friends with, most of them are still kind of, I wouldn't say like childish, but they still have that kind of child, like, I don't know how to explain. I don't think we've all kind of grown up, if that makes sense. In a way, yes. I mean, you kind of have to, in reality. You have to get a kind of different mentality on life in order to, I guess, move forward, but not necessarily get rid of that childlike imagination or those feelings, per se. I wouldn't say I have, but I would also say I'm not super old either. So, I hope I never lose it, but we'll see in time. Same with my friends. But there are people that I've met that are like that too, where it's kind of like, oh, yep, childhood, separate that, lost that, whatever, it's gone now. Now I'm an adult, only adult things, you know, all that stuff. Stress in a haircut makes you look older or younger. True. Tons of things can make you look older or younger. But maybe he just smiles a lot. I don't know. He got those wrinkles. I'd expect you to be such a storyteller. Can you reveal a bit more?
Not a chance. Curiosity can be perilous, you know. Don't forget my warning. The less you know, the better.
Right. The less you know, you bet. I
What
think
you
we
make of my
are
words
different
is
than
up
the
to you.
common,
I do
like,
hope that most
rest
of
of
it
the
flew
world.
over your heads, though. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is just that. A funeral parlor. Nothing more to it.
Maybe it's for the better.
We live in peaceful times, but this harmonious coexistence between life and death should never be taken for granted. Huh? It's about time. Let's go. Let's take them to the place where all begins and all goes to rest.
What kind of place is that?
I just mean where we first bumped into each other. I come up with fun names for things sometimes, okay? No need to hound me with questions about every little thing I say.
Looks so angry. I will say that Hu Tao's storyline is taking quite a long time to finish. Just taking up the whole stream. I mean, generally the stories take up most of the stream. I feel like this one's taking a bit longer, but I don't know.
I think we did everything we could to make you happy, Big G, wouldn't you say? But if you ever really do become an evil spirit and come back with more nefarious nonsense in mind, I may have to forget our friendship and give you a far less fond farewell.
I won't, I promise. I'm grateful for everything you've done for me. Now that I know that my friends are doing so well, I have no intention to bother them.
I also want to thank you. You made my dream come true, too.
So you should also mind my warning, Meng. If you won't let go of the past, I might reunite you two sooner than you think.
How can you say such horrendous things with that smile on your face?
Well then, last but not least, let's say our goodbyes to Big G.
See you later, Big G.
Not like that. You won't be seeing him later. Let's stick to goodbye and such.
No worries. I'll just take my leave. I'm sorry. Of all the wishes we yelled that day, only ours hasn't come true.
Nah, don't be bothered by that. No life is without its regrets. You can leave in peace now.
All right. I'll remember you all. Goodbye.
He's gone then. I thought that closure would bring me relief, but all I can feel now is emptiness.
So, what was the wish you two made? We didn't have a chance to hear it earlier.
Well, after each of us has started a family and built a career, we want both our families to spend the Lantern Rite together. That's why I envy my friends so much. Little Wu and the rest, they all had a chance to fulfill their wishes. Mine, however, will remain just a dream.
I liked Nouvelettes. I like that one a lot. I don't remember the other ones that I did. Some of the other ones were alright. Ganyu's I kind of enjoyed just because Cloud Retainer was it Cloud Retainer? Your Adepti name. Anyway, he was embarrassing the crap out of Ganyu. Other than that, I mean, it was alright. Anyway, cheer up. You still have a lot of
That's right.
lot ahead of you.
Also, think about this. Everyone gets burnt to ash one day. So enjoy your life while you can, and when your duty to the living is over, you can meet whoever you want again in the afterlife. Isn't that great?
Thank you? Either way, I don't think I'll ever return to Wuwang Hill. I have a lot of feelings to process.
No worries. It's a good opportunity for you to go on vacation. Consider your leave approved. Naturally, this doesn't change the terms of our previous agreement. The leave will be unpaid.
Oh.
Aren't you forgetting about something?
Promise that you'll help us in our search.
I took you to the border and let you have a look around, didn't I? But based on your reaction, it seems like you didn't find what you're looking for. It is a pity indeed.
God damn it. Not the help we asked for.
The biggest pity of all is your lack of help.
I was fishing around on your behalf through the channels that aren't accessible to you. Unfortunately, I didn't find any leads worth pursuing either. I'll keep my eyes open in case anything crops up. If so, I'll be sure to let you know.
You don't sound like you mean it.
I'm not an expert on tracking down the living. However, if you want me to summon someone from the other side of the border...
Oh, stop saying creepy stuff!
Relax. I'll help you look for them. You have my word. My exquisite sense of humor always goes unappreciated.
I haven't done any of the stories in Notlin. So specifically talking about all the newer stuff going on in there, like transforming into the creatures and getting around. I do like some of the new characters. The area, to be honest, in any video game, the terrain is my least favorite. I do not like it when it's rocky or there's like mesas or you have to climb a lot or anything like that. Fucking hate that. In Genshin, they do make it a little bit easier if you use like the animal or you have some of the newer characters. Like I have Chaska or whatever, and it makes it easier to get around on the terrain. But I still don't really care for having multi-level terrain and rocks and stuff all over the place. Other than that, I mean, I've only seen a little bit of the story, and it looks alright. I've heard people complaining about it and stuff, but like I said, I haven't played it, so I don't really have an opinion on it yet. Other than what I have done, because I have explored the area and done some smaller missions here and there, but... Where are you in Archon story? I am actually there. I've just been putting it off by doing all these hangouts and stuff instead. So I've finished everything up until Notlin. Seems like you really like your job.
I have my reasons.
Reasons?
The spirits we saw near the border are the dead that still long for the world of the living. but I've never seen any of the previous directors there, not even once. This means that becoming the director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was the right decision for them, and left them with no regrets.
Yep, the butterfly flutters away. Like how they always say to be continued. Wow. Did that unlock one, or is it just telling me? I haven't been able to claim this in so long, which is usually the case. To have all of them unlocked, or most of them, the majority of them. This is available? Anyway, we finished that. And like usual, I'm just going down the line, so there's no rhyme or reason. So we're gonna be hopping around a lot. It looks like we're gonna be back in Mondstadt, and then Inazuma, Liyue, Sumeru, back to Liyue, and over to Inazuma again, then over to Fontaine. It's all over the place. Eventually, we'll be at Notlin. Least favorite story, as in for these characters, or like Archon quest stories? We're talking about these. To be honest, I don't remember most of them. But kind of a blur. It's like most Genshin missions, it's a lot of yapping, going somewhere, killing something, or grabbing something, going back and yapping. I would say the only one that I didn't really care for was Beans. Raiden first story was alright. I didn't care for Jeans. Please was okay. I didn't really care. Cleese was, yeah. Jeans and Cleese were okay. I'm really trying to remember all the ones that I've done. Did Sucrose have one? Did I do Sucrose? I don't remember. God. Losing my brain. My brain! Oh, I should probably... Shadows of the Past. Master Jean has a special task for you. Head to the Knights of Favonius headquarters to find out more. I think part of the reason why I don't really care for the earlier ones, because they're the earlier ones, so I feel like they had a lot of rough edges. Meet you 3 stream! Yeah! There is Beidou. I don't think I did not mean to do that. I meant to hit W. Well, I just blasted somebody over there. I didn't know it traveled that far. We need to go here. Talking about me earlier? Sure were. I was talking about how there's like these 6 kids that grew up together, and one of them looks much older than the other ones, and D4 brought you up in conversation. And I wasn't saying that you were old, or well, D said that you look like us, or our age. But that's not what I was comparing. I was saying the other guy looked older than the people that he was supposedly the same age as. So we weren't saying anything bad, Pon. Hey, Jean.
Thank you for coming on such short notice, Honorary Knight. I know you must be busy. Well, to make a long story short, there's a particular matter at hand that the Knights requires your assistance with.
The Knights are busy as ever.
Yes, it has been one thing after another recently.
Age like Walmart box
Neither
wine.
myself nor any of the Mondstadt garrison are able to catch a moment of peace.
I know.
I have recently
Potts
received
IRL.
multiple reports from the Knights of someone within the Lawrence clan having close dealings with the Fatui.
I've never met him, Iro, but we are friends, yes.
Who are the Lawrence clan?
Lawrence clan?
There was a dark period in Mondstadt's history
What are
when
these
the
clans?
aristocracy ruled over the city. The hard-won freedom that followed with the fall of Decarabian was lost once again as slavery spread throughout the land. The first Dandelion Knight, Vanessa, spearheaded the revolution that overthrew the old aristocratic system and established the Knights of Favonius, leading Mondstadt to become the city that you see today. The aristocrats that had oppressed the people of Mondstadt were none other than the Lawrence clan.
Oh, Paimon gets it! So the clan's descendants are now scheming with the bad guys to carry out more dubious deeds.
We suspect as much, though we have yet to obtain any solid evidence. The reason I summoned you here today is to ask you to help us further investigate this matter.
Sounds like a job for the Knights of Favonius to me.
Unfortunately, the Knights of Favonius and the aristocracy have been at odds with one another for as long as I can remember.
Like your political
We've already
shit.
considered every possible way of resolving our differences, but it seems the descendants of the aristocracy remain antagonistic towards the Knights. No matter what stance we take when dealing with them, the outcome is always the same. Our efforts only result in adding more fuel to the flames. We could come knocking on their door on the grounds of a search warrant, but if the investigation were to come up empty, I'm afraid tensions and distrust would only increase. All of our past efforts would have been wasted.
But as the honorary knight, I technically also belong to the Knights.
You are in fact the best candidate to represent the Knights of Favonius.
Okay.
But you need not emphasize your role as the honorary knight. You're a traveler from a distant land, and you can approach the aristocrats in this way. Once you come to friendly terms with the Lawrence clan, you should be in a good position to learn more of their possible connections with the Fatui.
Whoa, leave it to Master Jean to come up with such a thorough plan.
Fatui!
Perhaps such plans have become
Convenient.
second nature
Yes.
after all the diplomatic issues I've dealt with. The name of the Lawrence clan member in question is Schubert. Lately, he can often be found strolling near the northern city walls. It is said that he
Schubert.
is difficult to get along with due to his temperamental disposition, but if we approach him calmly, then things should go off without a hitch.
Leave it to me.
Thanks again for your help. If you run into any snags along the way, I'll do anything in my power to support you.
And what does this have to do with Eula? Is this her clan? I don't know anything about Eula. Absolutely nothing. The only time I've seen her is like in events. That's about it. Descendants of Lawrence clan? Okay,
Who
makes
are you?
sense.
Hello, we're here too.
Hello?
Yeah, what's wrong?
What's wrong? Did you just say what's wrong? Huh. And I suppose you think that you can simply strut up here and greet me in such an ignoble and vulgar manner? Given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety. I'll have you know that you are speaking with the Schubert Lawrence, a blood descendant of the magnanimous nobility. If you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully. Such nonchalant manners are inadmissible and will never do. Now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything I've said, then you will get down on your knees, apologize for your negligent actions, and give me a proper introduction. That is the appropriate etiquette.
That's etiquette? Paimon's never heard of something so complicated before.
Huh. In former times, when people knew their place and respected traditions, such conduct was only basic courtesy when greeting a nobleman. And neglecting your manners would result in a swift whipping. But look at the world now. Rules have been thrown to the wayside and manners forgotten. I cannot bear to see such degradation.
Feels like too much hassle to me. It's no wonder the aristocracy you
What
fail.
did you say?
You dare question the dignity of the nobility?
Meh.
I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood are looking for a chance to restore our rightful honor. Just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. I, however, strive to retain the elegance and etiquette of the nobility. After all, we are of a completely different breed by birth.
Haven't even said anything yet.
Save your words. I find your manners and bearing repulsive. I have nothing to discuss with the likes of you. Besides, I am in no way obligated to instruct commoners on basic courtesies.
Pointing is
Now
mighty
I have more
aggressive. It
pressing
sure is.
matters to attend to. I'll take my leave.
What pressing matters do you have? You were literally just staring at a wall before we came to talk to you.
Along with. Let's head back and talk things over with her.
Right. What a man. Good first impressions, Gene. We're coming back with great news. He loved us. He wants to speak with us and again. Nobility stuff, you wouldn't get it. Right. Oh, Amber. Long time no see.
Way out to gather some intel. I didn't expect to run into you here. Huh? Judging by your expression, you must have run into some trouble.
Just a little bit.
Master Jean tasked us with a special assignment, but things seem to have run aground for the moment.
It's a long story.
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't turn out as planned. Even I
I
can't
forget that you're
guarantee
also of
useful
noble
intel
blood,
every
Potts.
time I'm dispatched. You just have to keep at it and never give up.
Thank you. That's Amber for you.
Hey, why don't you let me try to help? What's the problem?
Oh boy, I don't think that'll work. Well, it might be.
Jean asked us to build a connection with someone named Schubert Lawrence. But it turns out
Real.
that he's a peculiar character that doesn't listen to anyone, especially Paimon.
Aha, Schubert!
One freebie.
I know him. Let me guess. He said you didn't have any manners.
Sounds like you're no stranger to his rants.
I've been on the receiving end of his lectures many a time. The Lawrence clan can be very particular about such things.
You mean everyone in the Lawrence clan is just a big headache?
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. I understand their thinking, but that's just not how things are anymore. However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan, my good buddy, Eula.
Buddy?
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonius' 4th Company.
Why don't they use her? No. Jean told us that the Lawrence clan sees the Knights as enemies. How could a member of the Lawrence clan join the Knights?
Eula is special. She's not quite like the other members of her clan. She has her own beliefs and it shows. In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules and conventions of her family. However, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrences. I'm sure you'll see what I mean if you meet her.
That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan, then why would Master Jean
Exactly, that's
choose
what I
us
was
for the
saying.
task? Couldn't she just ask Eula?
Well, it's a little complicated. Basically, the Lawrence clan is frowned
I mean, that
upon
makes
the
sense.
fact that Eula
That's-
joined the Knights.
yeah.
Her family members don't particularly care for her. In their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the family.
Right. Sounds like quite the character. I guess that's understandable from their point of view.
She's very easy to get along with. Just explain the situation, and I'm sure she'll help you come up with a way to get along with Schubert. In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning. You should be able to find her around Storm Bear Mountains.
Thanks, Amber. All
They're
right,
kind of
you heard her.
out there.
Let's go find Eula.
Good luck, you two. I've got my own matters to investigate.
Hillichurls.
Guess
Alright.
the Knights have a member of the Lawrence clan. Well, if you want to learn about the conduct of the Lawrence clan, who better to ask than one of their own family members?
Right. Hey, Eula. Yeah, they're still red. That is so weird. Gotta be a glitch. Unless for some reason they thought, hey, let's just change the color of them. I don't know why they would do that. The Fatui! Eula, if you're talking to the Fatui, I will kill... Ma'am, you've lost privileges to be out in front now. Perchance.
Let's fight first and talk later.
Now disappear. Here.
Hiya. 360 no scope. Jump off. Do a 360 no scope jump. Remember, kids, Batman doesn't kill.
You don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? Do you have any idea how long I've been tracking these targets? And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first? Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
Hold up.
What?
Yeah. I'm sorry, vengeance?
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two already fighting the Fatui. Not only that, you are making quick work of them too.
Sure was.
If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all the credit.
Right.
Still, I'm glad you're unscathed. Confronting that number of Fatui at once can be dangerous.
Actually, I'm quite used to fighting Fatui. It's actually a hobby of mine to brutally murder them anytime I get to see them, and then take their stuff.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand what you mean, but thanks for your concern.
Concern? Why would I be concerned for the safety of my arch-enemies?
Arch-enemies? Wait a minute! You were saying how glad you were that we were unscathed a second ago!
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort 2 strangers guilty of stealing my targets all the way back to Mondstadt. Which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble.
You know, it's not going good for us, Paimon. We just cannot get on equal terms with people today. You must be Eula.
Yes, that's me.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange. Although at least we can communicate with her.
Somewhat.
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. That's rude even by normal standards. Speaking of which, how do you know my name?
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, we're trying to investigate an aristocrat named Schubert Lawrence. He's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even willing to speak with us.
I understand now. That's my uncle, all right. But why do you mean to investigate him?
You may be secretly involved with the Fatui.
I see. You have some nerve to faming a family member right in front of me. I will have vengeance for this too.
Right.
No! This is an assignment from Master Jean! It's just an investigation, that's all!
Aren't you worried about your uncle?
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum. It's natural for rumors and unwarranted gossip to lead to such suspicion.
Hard to
I think it's true.
when you're known as the ruthless
Based only on the fact that... Plotline.
Oh, so that's what you think of me? Yet another transgression to avenge.
But didn't you say it first? Oh.
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3 causes for vengeance. It's been a while since I've encountered anyone as interesting as you.
Your definition of curious is... curious. Why do you seem so happy about it?
I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan. Only then will you finally be able to communicate with my uncle, correct?
I mean, sure.
That's right. Amber told us to come and talk to you.
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train when we're back in Mondstadt. We'll require other people.
But aren't you plotting vengeance against us?
We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment, and Amber's the one who recommended me, I should comply.
Okay.
Paimon's confused. This
think it's all vibrato. Bye-bye. Putting up a front. True. I think a lot of the people we talked to deserve to be in a loony bin of some sort, including me. Anyway, I'm gonna end that there. Sorry for the cliffhanger, but you know how I go. It's usually cliffhangers. Gonna be streaming next week, Tuesday at it's just business to Paimon. Exactly, bots. Next week, Tuesday at 10 p.m. or 8 p.m. CST. Gonna be playing some VR chat. And then next week, Friday at 10 p.m. gonna be playing some more Genshin Impact. If you missed any previous episodes, I'm doing like a playthrough of this. You can watch it over on YouTube. Check out the YouTube channel. Over on the playlist tab. If you're looking to watch anything else, there's also a bunch of other stuff posted on YouTube every week as well. So check that out too. Also turn on notifications here so you know when I'm going live. You can also look over on the post tab. I post when I'm going live over there as well. Thanks, you too, Echo. Talk to you later. Hopefully see you in the next stream. If not, I'll see you some other time. But I am going to be ending there. You can't hear it, but Lenny is talking in my ear, and he needs to shut up. Anyway. There's the socials. Follow me there if you want. Other than that, I think that's it. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see all of you next time. Bye!